My entitled mother wore a wedding dress at my brother's wedding and tried to marry him. My mom and I have always had a difficult relationship. I'm her scapegoat and my brother is her golden child. He can really do no wrong in her eyes. I'm expected to do housework every time I visit while my brother sits around doing nothing. My mom expects me to cater to his every need if we both visit at the same time. Last Christmas, we were all going to my mom's house and she swore up and down that she did not need any help from anybody. Well, my mom actually gave me the wrong arrival time because she wanted me to get there earlier and help her out. Normally I wouldn't mind, especially because I did offer to help before, but I was the only one there. I felt like a caterer instead of a guest. I set up the entire house ready for Christmas and then she had me serve everybody at the table while she sat down and complained about how exhausted she was from all the work she did. Mind you, I basically did everything around the house. Then, she wanted me to wash everybody's dishes and told all of her guests to not help me because I could handle it and they're just dishes. She bragged about how if she could make this entire house spotless all on her own, I could get my pretty hands dirty for one day. And it didn't even stop there for the night. All the men started watching some football game and my mom made me give my brother anything he asked for. He even went as far as asking for a massage, though he swears he was just messing around because he noticed how my mom was making me do everything, but my mom would not let me say no and insisted I give him the massage regardless of what either of us said. It was such a humiliating experience for both of us. After that, I just stopped visiting and I've been avoiding her. I only talk to her out of necessity, which still isn't a lot. Despite all of this, my brother and I are still very close and I'm good friends with my sister-in-law. My mom, however, has treated my sister-in-law terribly ever since she started dating my brother 5 years ago. During the Christmas party, I even heard my mom badmouth my sister-in-law and the only reason she doesn't like her is because she thinks she stole her golden child away from her. It didn't help that my brother announced that when they get married, they're going to move to a different state, far, far away, from our mom. It was actually my brother's idea since he always told me he wanted to leave the state because we've lived here our whole lives. But, my mom has placed all the blame on my sister-in-law and accused her of trying to break their bond by making them move. Things only got worse when my brother and sister-in-law had their wedding in October of this year. My mom showed up in a floor-length white wedding dress. She had this poop-eating grin the entire time and it was so obvious she was proud and happy of herself when she saw my sister-in-law on the verge of tears. At that point, I had enough of my mom berating my sister-in-law all the time because of her weird feelings for my brother. My sister-in-law is the sweetest person I know and I could not have my horrible mother ruin her wedding. So without thinking, I just grabbed a bottle of red wine and dumped the whole thing down my mom's front. She flipped out and screamed at me that I had ruined her special day. Hold up, what? I asked her what she meant by that, but she wouldn't answer me. She just kept shouting that I was awful and she always hated me. She said this is why she preferred my brother to me, because I was crazy. These were all things I knew so I didn't let it affect me. However, she had exposed her true colors in front of all the guests. My mom had been called out on her favoritism countless times, but she always said she loved me and my brother the same. But she had just told the families the truth and I was so happy. As for my brother, he kicked my mom out of the wedding and said it was going to take him a lot of time to trust her again. My mom went home crying and she actually didn't attempt to come back. After the wedding, my brother talked to me in private and apologized for never standing up for me. He said he liked being the favorite and all the extra attention he got, but our mom went too far today. He said he hadn't realized he was enabling her behavior, but his wife had talked to him about the favoritism and how it needed to stop. He even confessed that he was rethinking inviting my mom but his wife said he should give her one last chance to be a mature adult. Trying to upstage his wife was the last straw so he's going to cut contact with her for now.